what was I guess the biggest unexpected challenge? Because I think when people jump into these projects, they start writing their pros and cons lists either on paper or in their own heads, right? And they have a whole bunch of things they anticipate being difficult and challenging. And then there's always those one or two things that throw all of those sort of to shame because you have to solve this key thing. And so when you were going down the path, Fleta, and continue to, what was that one thing that was absolutely unexpected? You were able to get past it, but that people should really be prepared for?
Look, I guess there are so many. Where do I even start? Even from cultivation, from the very beginning, there are so many hurdles and challenges that we had no idea. But I guess at a manufacturing level, for example, I'm just going to use Germany again. It's the topic of conversation, but the consistency that's required of a product to be able to get into the German market, and I'm talking both, but particularly flour. We've not done that yet, because when you're growing a plant, it is so hard to get it within 10% consistency, or within, because you want to be, as a GMP, this is the whole purpose of being GMP, is that you supply a consistent, high quality product time and time again, so that your patients have the same product. And that the German authorities require you to be within 10%. I mean, in Australia, it's closer to 20%, and it's a huge difference. So the biggest challenge absolutely for us is growing the most amazing quality flour within that consistent range. So oils are much easier for us, because we can blend and we can, I don't like to use the word manipulate, because it's a full plant extract and it's as natural as you're going to get, but you can adjust accordingly to make sure that you have the specs in place. I'm talking mainly the major cannabinoids. However, when it comes to flour, it's a very different ball game.
Yeah. Okay.
That's something we're still working through. So I can't even give you the answer to that, because, the Grow team, we've just fit out a brand new or an expanded facility in Australia, and it was actually designed for Germany. So we only got the permit for that relatively recently. So we haven't even grown in that particular facility. So we're waiting. We've never sold flour as a product, because it's the next level when it comes to, I think, challenges for the medicinal industry. Oils for us was much easier. It was a very good stepping stone. So that's a challenge we're currently working through. It's very hard, because one plant, let me tell you, one plant can have a huge difference in cannabinoid content from a flower that is underneath the plant to a flower that is on top. It only has to be 20 centimeters apart, and it is really different. And not only that, the laboratories, the labs where you get this tested, they're all different. I use the example or analogy that, if you jump on a set of scales, you could jump on 5 sets of scales at the same time, and each scale is going to be slightly different. And it's the same when you're lab testing, and it's the biggest hurdle this industry has, is how do you make sure that your lab testing, say at home, or when I say at home, in your country, obviously government approved lab, how can you be sure that those results are going to be the same, which they need to be, in the country that's actually importing them, when all of these calibrations and equipment are always just slightly different? So another hurdle that we're all working on.
Planning for unpredictability is very difficult.